Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode, we had taken on some of the side quests in the coastlands and in the flatlands. Today we're going to be taking on some more side stories, and actually we're going to be getting into some of the side character quests. So as you start completing everyone's chapter 4s, the characters that are present in their stories start showing up around the world. So for example, here in Wellspring, we have access to Captain Bale. He reappears now that Oldbrook's chapter 4 had been completed. And they all have quests, well at least most of them do. But anyway, we're going to be taking on some of these quests today. If I counted correctly, there are about 19 quests as a result of these side characters, so we're going to be taking on 10 today, and they all only have one completion method, so like this video should be relatively short because I think that's probably about as many as we've been doing previously, for like 2 things per town or whatever. I think this will be a relatively short video, probably within 45 minutes. But anyway, we're here in Wellspring because I want to take care of Captain Bale's quest, and he is over here. Oh, so we meet again, and well met indeed. Captain, please, this is no time for talking. God's teeth, man. Would you insist that I don't even greet a former comrade? There is still such a thing as common decency. I'm very sorry, but the captain is a frightfully busy man. But we are nearing the changing of the guards. If you can wait a little while, there should be more time to speak soon. Oh, okay. Okay, that was weird. We have Earhart right here. I wonder how good Earhart is. Probably very good, although ironically not the strongest swordsman in the thing. We can scrutinize him. Boasting the title of the Blazing Blade, he was once one of the strongest and most skilled knights of Hornburg. Though he has parted with the sword given him by the king, he considers the armor he wears a tried and true friend to him. So basically, yeah, people start showing up the world. Earhart's here. Can we steal from him while we're at it? A battle-tested blade, so we cannot augment physical capabilities. Oh, okay. Can't steal it, but probably we could buy it. Honestly, if we get Tressa, we probably could buy it. We can also steal and scrutinize Bale. So he has some nuts for us to grab. Dragon scale armor. And we can scrutinize him, probably. Okay, let's maybe not push our luck then. I have a very old friend, you see, a man named Donovan who serves the Church of the Flames as a bishop. I've not heard any word from him of late, though. At first I was not concerned, but he has always been regular in his correspondence. Until now. So begins the tale of Back with Bale.
Not bad, eh?
Okay, so Wellspring relies on us to keep us safe. I'm amazed I managed to get that. Guard sword to protect the peace who serves under Captain Bale. He respects the captain's ability to emphasize with the less fortunate and those who have lost their way. That said, he is not sure how to feel about the captain's drinking habits. Okay, so we get a hidden item somewhere, which we'll grab on our way out. Unerring bracelet and a sharp nut. Very good. Pretty much, yeah, you just started scrutinizing people and all that stuff, so there's really nothing to be worried about. I want to grab that hidden item, though, because it's probably something decent. It is a heavy coin pouch. Honestly, you know what? Before we leave too, I want to see how much the thing costs with Tressa. Alright, Earhart, how much would it take to depart with that thing? Only 84,000? Okay, I'll buy that, because I sold a bunch, well, not a bunch, but I sold a lot of the items that we got that were like sell items, because like I don't sell that stuff very often, because like I've never really been in too drastic need of money, but yeah. So anyway, in order to complete Captain Bale's quest, we need to go to Goldshore, as you might guess, because that is where Donovan is. Also, more travel banter. So, what's with the 2 rings on your necklace, Honnet?
They are keepsakes from my parents. I touch them for luck before a hunt. A foolish superstition, I know. But I remember holding it tight before my first hunt. After that, it became a habit.
I guess hunters need all the luck they can get, so I'm not surprised they believe in things like charms and rituals.
I don't think it's limited to hunters. I have one as well.
You mean praying to the flame?
No, not exactly. Every morning after reading scripture, I wish for a blessed day, before carefully placing a bookmark between the pages I had been reading. The bookmark I use is actually a pressed flower that I picked from a secret place I know. That is a fine ritual. May it continue with the bless in thy days. Oh, I do hope so. What about you, Therian? Do you have rituals or superstitions?
Of course. Thievery is as prey to fortune's caprice as hunting.
So what are in thy superstitions?
When I break into a house, I always enter with my right foot, and I knock on the door first. Lightly, of course. I never look portraits in the eye or steal from children's saving boxes. Also...
Stay, how many hast thou?
As many as I need to make off with my prize.
I cannot decide if that makes you overly superstitious or eminently practical.
So yeah, I feel like I showed off one of those, but I think that might have been in the alternate universe. Maybe. I don't really know. I think I showed it off in the last episode. But anyway, we need to go to Goldshore. Enough with the procrastinating. Alright, so within the cathedral we have Bishop Donovan. Serving as the Bishop of Goldshore keeps me busy day in and day out. It's gotten to the point that I don't even have time for personal correspondence. Even penning a letter takes more time than I have at my disposal. But I do wish I could at least let my friend know that I am well, if far too busy. So, as you might guess, we need to scrutinize him. Although we will steal from him first, because we are lawless. A bishop charged with looking after the town's cathedral, whose ancestors were also servants of the sacred flame. He decided to become a priest when visiting Flamesgrace with his father. His wife shares his faith, and together they have a daughter. So we learn of Donovan's condition. Remember, we saved his child. Anyway, let's get back to Bale. Alright, Bale, we got your pen pal going. A very old friend, yes. Not heard anything. Here you go, Donovan's condition. I'd hoped I would be seeing you again. Do you have good news to report to me, or ill? I see. So Donovan is still in good health, and his daughter is 7 already. I did not realize that a bishop's work could leave him so busy, but then Donovan was always a single-minded man. I suppose it's nearly a decade now since I first met him. I was a mercenary in those days, wandering various lands in search of work. I met Donovan only a short time after he met his wife. They were dark days. His wife was kidnapped in the early days of their marriage, you see. And I was captured by the Knights Ardent, who had mistaken me for the villain responsible. I was nothing but a wandering vagrant. I had no one to vouch for me, no way to prove my innocence. I thought I would be hanged till dead. But I was fortunate that Lord Woodward, the head of the Knights Ardent, and Donovan both believed me innocent. It was only thanks to their firm belief that the true criminal was found at last. Aha! It's been a long time since I last thought of those days. I certainly never would have imagined that then I might one day be standing here in such a position of authority. May miss the freedom at times, but I do feel that the work I am doing now is worth doing. But still, that does not mean that I never look back to the past and long for those days. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. I shall stand here today because of where I was in all my yesterdays. They have served their purpose. And with that, we get $9,000 and the Captain's Badge. That is an excellent item because it boosts EXP. Very good. Also, another thing to consider with jobs is actually, let's go to the War Master class. Where is that? There it goes. It's right here, and if we learn some skills, probably have enough on there. Oh crap! Therian has like nothing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so maybe we can. You know what? Okay, here. What we're gonna do? We're gonna put Ulbrich as the War Master, because he could probably get just enough, because he can get 3 skills. So this is yeah, I've already gone through all these, so these have some unique properties, so hopefully we can get some stuff. Yeah, extra experience, that's what we needed. Because if you have extra experience, you do in fact get extra experience, so that's actually very useful. Very good things to have on you. So now we're gonna get a ton of extra experience. I think each one boosts it by like 1.5 or something like that, maybe. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But yeah, definitely a very good quest to try and take care of first, so that way you have that on someone at all times so you can get some extra experience, especially as time goes on, because levels are going to slow down significantly because there's only so many areas in this game with a high danger level. But anyway, the next quest is going to be, before I do that actually, let me put Therian back as the sorcerer guy, because I don't want him to, I don't want to lose out on that, so sorry for slowing everything down, but I'm going to do that anyway. But anyway, alright, so now we can go to Sunshade, because there is another quest there for us. Alright, here with Ollie, we can steal from him Mysterious Seed and a Mysterious Ore, so he can't do anything, he can't sell that, so we'll be fine. Despite always having a way with words, he decided to travel across the land and further hone his skills after parting ways with Tressa and Quarrycrest. Now he can make an ordinary stone appear a rare gem to undiscerning eyes. So he's a very good merchant, as you might guess. Oh, so we meet again. The great merchant Ollie at your service. I've saved up a small fortune if I do say so myself. I'm on my way back to my hometown now, in fact. I guess my father's probably waiting for me to come back home. But for some reason, I find myself in no big hurry to get back. Oh, that's it. I just had an idea for a brilliant new pitch. You know how rodents are always causing trouble for the people who live in the desert? So, everyone wants a cat that can be trained up as a great mouser? It can be a bit hard on folks, though, to keep a cat just for that purpose. That's where my prowling cat climber will come in. That's what I'll sell next. Even the fiercest rat will go running at the sound of a cat, and you won't have to pay for the cat food either. Hey, why don't you help me? Want to collect some prowling cat clamor for yourself? Now off you go, you can do it. Not like that's even possible. There's no such thing. I'm sorry, Dad. So begins the tale of adventures of Ollie. Interestingly, before you talk to Ollie, this guy isn't here. Because, what does he say? Scrutinize. Deep in the desert lives a man clad in nothing but tattered rags and sand. With ease he conceals his presence from bandits and ruffians and reveals himself only to those who pique his curiosity or whom he judges to be of good heart. That young merchant Ollie gave me a hunk of bread for nothing, not a leaf, when I couldn't pay. He said he'd left home after fighting with his father and that he was still too ashamed to face the man again. But I'd reckon he really wants to meet his old man. All he'd have to do is apologize properly and I'm sure he'd be forgiven. That's what family does. Now actually, if we challenge this guy, we pick a fight with this guy, you can fight me if you like, but I don't think I'll put up much resistance. So we'll probably whack him with a sword and he'll probably die.
Let us fight with honor.
Frankly, just like, yeah. And he has, okay, actually, well, okay, I don't think we got an item. But basically he has a 30% chance to drop an item called Ollie's Bread. And this guy only appears after you take on Ollie's quest. And Ollie's Bread actually heals 250 HP, so it's worse than a small healing grape. So it's very interesting, but it is certainly a thing. Yeah, I think it probably falls under here. We also get that red apple from Darius, because, you know, it's Therian's item. But anyway, in order to complete Ollie's quest, we need to go to Marceline. And up here in the corner, we have this dude, Maruf. I was once known as the merchant with the golden tongue. My own blasted son, he said he wanted to set out on his own journey to become a great merchant not too long ago. I tried to stop him, said it was too early, and still he went. He couldn't sell a starving man a steak, probably off starving out there himself. He doesn't know a thing about making him want what you're selling. That fool son of mine, I wonder where in the world he is now. So interestingly, we have Maruf, Herb of Clarity. Okay, I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something. Legendary merchant who could sell sand in the desert. However, after some time, his triumphs in trade were only known amongst fellow merchants. So in order to complete this quest, we have Maruf. If you recall, what was his face in Quarrycrest, told him of Maruf the merchant basically being a swindler or whatever. Orlick, that was his name. Orlick saying, yeah, it was Orlick, right? I think. Anyway, we need to guide Maruf here to Ollie. Haha, so this is where you've been skulking about, eh? I'm gonna become a better merchant than you ever were. That's what you boasted when you ran off, wasn't it? But your big mouth didn't serve you so well out in the real world, did it? Eh, Ollie? Father? What are you doing here? Well, you never came home after that fight. What was I supposed to do? You're still such a child, getting all bent out of shape and running away just because you lost an argument to your old man. You're saying that I lost the argument? You haven't changed a bit since then. Still a stubborn old coot. You're the one who was wrong. I've been doing great as a merchant. Prepare yourself, old man. I wouldn't want you to keel over when you see this. What do you have to say about that, huh? See how much I've earned making my way as a merchant? Oh, that's a fine bit you've earned indeed. And what about trust? Have you earned that as well from the people you've been selling to? What? Trust is what a merchant needs to survive, not a pile of leaves. The money always comes second. Trust comes first. Father. Of course I've earned my customers' trust. I've never told a single lie to any of them. Is that so? Then I'm proud of you, my boy. You really, really never change. You know, I only ever wanted to become a merchant because of you. You were like a hero to me when I was little.
I'm sorry.
So I'm sorry. I've wanted to apologize all this time. I'm sorry I just ran away without a word like that. I'm sorry I made you sorry. Or worry. Whoops. The really important things are hardest to say, aren't they? Even when they're just two little words. You did a fine job, son. Welcome back, Ollie. I'd say it's high time we both headed back home. Heh, glad to be back. Hey, Dad, I've been thinking. What would you say to using this money I've saved up to open a new shop? Sounds like things are about to get pretty busy. And we get a happy resolution to that story. And I believe they both relocate back down to Marceline, so... anyway, well, actually, we get to go to Marceline because there's one more quest in the Sunlands that we need to take care of. Yep, there's Ollie and Kaleem right here. Boy, my father's definitely been out of the business a bit too long. We've been talking about our new shop together, but we can't seem to agree on anything. All his ideas are so old-fashioned. But, well, if we ever manage to open our shop, I hope you'll stop by. I've got years of experience. That cocky young son of mine ought to learn to respect that, and to respect my opinions when I'm right and he's wrong. But, well, at this rate, I'm not sure we'll ever get that shop open. Curious. We already stole from him. For a second, I thought that thing was unlisted. And also, one thing that I wanted to note. We have Grieg the Unbreakable. Grieg was one of the people at Ulbricht's champion thing in, oh, Battle-Tested Shield. That's actually really good. Can I yoink that? Please? Okay, we'll try one more time. Darn. I'll have to come back later. But anyway, the Grieg is interesting because of Scrutinize. Alias, the human wall. Height 4 cubits, weight 20 stone. A spear or axe is your best bet to bring down the wall. Fire, lightning, and lights attacks will also give you fighting chance. Heard some crazy rumor that he's actually a she, but I don't put much stock in it. So actually, that is an interesting rumor because Grieg actually is a female, I think. I think in the Japanese version of Octopath, whenever you talk to Grieg, in the English version there's no sound bite, but in the Japanese version it plays a sound bite that's like a female's voice. So I think that's actually true. But yeah, interestingly, you know, little fun fact. Anyway, the last quest that we need to take care of, actually, I think that's Rhea right down there. Hi, Rhea.
Hello to you.
Gloria, and I am the true-born daughter of King Kaleem. I am proud to be able to say such, and someday I'll be even greater ruler than my father. That's nice. Anyway, speaking of King Kaleem, also there is a treasure chest back here. I completely forgot about that. Tempest Amulet. I'm glad you've come, particularly now. I am just now considering a new entertainment I might offer to my people. People do not live merely to survive each day. They live to see the pleasures they hope tomorrow might bring. That is why one of my duties to my people is to provide them with the pleasures that give them the strength to make it through each day. I've asked for the opinions of my vassals and come to a decision. I must not only please the rich and the fortunate, and so I've decided to put on a series of plays that will bring pleasure to the masses. but my advisors and I know little of such things. Play acting in the world of the theater, we will need help to make this production a success. I must admit that I have little faith in our success as it stands. And so begins King Kalim's conundrum. Can we steal it from him? Yes, healing great bunch, cool. Can we scrutinize him? The King of Marsalim, though he has never left the safety of his palace, he is a wise ruler who always thinks about his citizens first. He takes great pride in being beloved by his people. It's most intriguing. So, where have we heard of a theater? Don't look at the screen. Ignore that. In here, in the Everhold Amphitheater, we have this guy over here, the theater manager. The theater holds endless possibility. It cannot be contained in a building of wood and stone. As grand as our own stage is, I know that we are destined for an even greater stage than this. Someday, I hope we will get to perform our art for the pleasure of all. So this guy certainly seems like he might be interested in putting up a play. We have an empowering necklace. That's huge. Scrutinize. Manager of the theater, he strives to put on productions that will bring joy to his patrons. He makes an effort to stay abreast of the latest trends and adapt the material accordingly. He himself was once a famed actor who left the profession after a bitter falling out with an autocratic director. And curious. Anyway, we can guide this guy. He has a very weak attack. And we can bring him over to Marsalim. Alright, King Kalim, we found the answers to your troubles. Well. Greetings! So you are the director of that mountain theater we hear so much about? You are familiar with our modest theater, your majesty? That is an honor I would never have dreamed of. Not at all. I feel much relieved to have you here to consult with. You see, I have been considering a new entertainment for the benefit of my people, and the idea of a series of plays was proposed to me. That is wonderful to hear, your highness! But constructing a stage and assembling all we will need will cost a fair deal. That is one issue we must resolve to move forward. I see. In that case, might I suggest something like this? I had little idea it was possible to do away with so much of the stage with only a little bit of creative thinking. Yes, your highness, the stage and props are naught but tools to make the illusions easier to maintain, but a skilled player needs neither to captivate his or her audience. So all we truly must provide is a space for the play to be performed by able actors. If I'm not mistaken, your highness, it seems you wish to host more than one play? Perhaps you might provide your people not only with the joy of watching the great theater, but also with the joy of creating great theater. The joy of creating great theater. Indeed! This is something I had overlooked. Yes, the pleasure of the theater is not restricted to those standing in the audience. Merely watching another's acting and nothing else is to experience only half of the wonders that the theater offers. Giving the people the chance to not only witness in great theater, but to take part in it as actors, playwrights, directors, and in the process supporting the development of skilled artisans who may continue to support the theater arts going forward. Nothing would please me more than being able to open the door to the world of the theater to more people. And I should like nothing more than your assistance in this venture. Already your advice has been invaluable. Together we will make this an age of theater. I already have decided the topic of the first play, in fact. Have you indeed, your highness? You must tell us of your journey, my good adventurers. You have traveled the wide expanses of this continent. Your great adventure should surely be the subject of our first performance. The 8 tales of 8 travelers, each walking the path that fate laid before their feet? I do think that yours will be a tale capable of moving the hearts of men. And so ends the tale of King Kalim's Conundrum. Now, actually, that is the only quest in the game that only appears after you complete everyone's chapters. Makes sense, because you need to hear the stories of everyone, so they kind of need to finish that stuff first. But anyway, that is the last quest in the Sunlands, I believe. Actually, I believe, period. I think that's it. Like, these are like wrapping up the last couple of quests for the most part, and I think that's all there is left in the Sunlands, so, yay. Now we're going to go to the Riverlands, and first we are going to go to Saints Bridge. Alright, here in Saints Bridge we have a meal.
Nate's been acting strange lately. He just sighs all the time. I wonder what happened.
He's sick, or at least that's what the grown-ups say. They say he can't be cured with medicine.
Oh no, what do we do? I want to be friends with Melanie, but how? I wonder what she thinks of me.
It looks like it's getting worse.
Yeah. I wish we could find a cure. Do you know what it's called, Daryl?
I think they called it lovesickness. Oh no! The girl he likes is named Melanie. She's always picking flowers by the river. I heard the bully has been picking on the girls lately, but whenever we tell the grown-ups about what happened, they get mad at the girls instead. But why though? That's stupid. Let's steal from a child. Let's steal from 2 children. You know what? Let's make it 3. Spiriting Plum, handkerchief. What do you have to say, Nate? What should I do? Should I give her a gift? Do you think she'd like me then? Alright, well, interestingly, there is a very easy thing that we can do. And you know how I said make it 3? Yeah, well, we're stealing from 4 children today.
I plucked all their precious little flowers. Serves them right for telling on me.
So we have this little bully. Can we please just tell me about yourself? Bully who picks on the other children in Saints Bridge. Though he seems to take pleasure in playing tricks on others, deep down he only wants to be liked by everyone. Well, you're doing a terrible job of it. Anyway, we can just steal from him. He is a river blossom. Flower favored by many in town. And maybe this might be useful for the individuals of the children's, because you know the girls pick the flowers, so maybe if we give the flower to the kid, we can give him the river blossom.
Oh, I know this flower. This is Melanie's favorite.
Why don't you give it to her then?
I'm sure she'd be happy to have it. I'll give it a try. Thanks.
Melanie?
Yes? I got this for you. Do you want it? I heard you like flowers, and I hope you can like me too.
Great job, Nate.
Yeah. Melanie? I'm sorry. But I can't take this flower from you. You see, I like a meal. Me? Oh no, that was supposed to be a secret.
I forgot how this ended.
Hey Nate, I was surprised too. Oh, what should I say?
What's the problem now? You've both done nothing wrong.
So cheer up already. We're all friends here, aren't we? You're right, Daryl. We're friends, and I'm going to help Nate however I can.
Thank you.
But right now, I'd like to be alone. Sorry.
Friend-zoned again.
Poor Nate. He only ever seen grown-ups with that look on their face. Does that mean he's becoming a grown-up too?
Yep, Darian thinks so. Anyway, that ends the tale of friends again. We get the Badge of Friendship. This is also a very good piece of equipment, similar to the Captain's Badge, except this gives additional JP. And something to keep in mind with... Oh, right. We already got the Hard Worker thing, and that gives additional JP. So, basically, those are 2 quests you want to take care of to get extra JP and jobs, or EXP and JP. Very helpful. So those are some quests that you should prioritize. They're also very easy to take care of, so nothing to be really worried about. Anyway, next up is Riverford. Over here in Riverford, we have Reggie. Let's steal from him and scrutinize him first, because why not? And scrutinize. The former member of the Resistance now spends his days working alongside Harold and using his organizational skills to help facilitate the town's reconstruction. Awesome, so let's talk to him. I promised you coin and here it is. Now bring us the best wheat you got. Yes, of course. Well, it ain't me. Look who it is. It's me, Reggie. We sent that wretch Werner back to L where he belongs, remember? Lord Harold and the rest of us have been trying to put this place back together. Even the townsfolk are doing what they can to undo the harm Werner did. Werner. And his lordship is working hard enough to put the rest of us to shame. Now it's just a matter of time before this place is back to what it used to be. It looks like another merchant's made its way here. 1 second, mate. I'll leave the rest to you. It's very weird how, like, there's these little cutscenes instead of just letting us talk. I mean, I guess it gives us good closure. Just heard that his lordship's been selling off his own property to fund the restoration. They said he even sold his family heirlooms, including his late mother's necklace. He don't have many mementos from his family to begin with, and I wish he could at least keep those. So begins the tale of Hello Again, Harold. So what we need to do is that we actually need to go back to Wellspring, interestingly enough. And interestingly, there's this guard here. Wait one moment, you aren't allowed in here without an invitation. We need to challenge this guy. I know we tried to pick a fight with this guy earlier. I think in like the last Wellspring episode or whatever. Because I just forgot. Or maybe when it was whenever we had to deal with Ria's part 2. So basically we need to beat this guy. So we're gonna just use the good old poison strategy. Because we've already picked a fight with this guy once, so... He is kind of strong, but we can just poison him, and he basically shouldn't cause us too much problems, because, you know, poison damage does 1/20 of regular folks' attacks, so basically we'll be fine. If we do... Actually, we don't even need to do Spearhead. We can just poke with a stick. So we get to go first. Oh, and then we got Patience, so we can poison him again. That's a good timing on that, to extend that penalty. Because we were about to run out anyway. Poke him with the stick yet again. Yeah, take damage. And then we can use a boosted attack. We'll probably just use Brand Thunder, because that probably is the strongest attack we have in our arsenal right now. Can I get another Patience? Yeah! Keep lengthening the poison status. Because this should help significantly, because I think this guy has like, what? 34,000 HP or something like that. I think that's how that math checks out. He does debuff us quite a bit, but we shouldn't be too worried, I don't think. Alright, and we can just use Stab and Spears again, break him some more. Break his good old spears. Alright, and then... I guess what we can do is just poison him, because unfortunately we won't be able to boost, so we probably don't want to waste too much energy on that. But even then... Ow! You jerk. That's fine, I get at least 3 guaranteed hits. Doesn't matter if I'm blind or not. Will poison take him? Please let the poison take him. That'd be kind of funny if it could. Cool. Alright. poison. Alright, and then we're just gonna do 1,000 Spears because no one in my luck Brain Thunder is going to miss. Because of the blindness. Yeah, we'll be fine. We just gotta keep him poisoning him.
A touch of venom.
And frankly, like, we should be getting close because this guy's got like very little EXP or HP left.
A touch of venom.
Please just perish. And poison is very useful, so just something to keep in mind. I will use first aid on myself though. I am getting a wee bit low. Alright, cool. Then the poison takes him. Cool.
The thrill of the fight.
We get, that was actually a pretty hefty amount of experience, but granted we have the captain badge and all that stuff. And in here we have 3 merchants.
Hey.
I've gained quite the reputation. Steal from him. Forbidden Axe, we can't pick that up. So you need to steal from this guy. You need to steal from one of these guys, I should say. Okay, good. We haven't ruined our reputation yet. I think it's the one in the middle that we need to take care of. The memorial necklace, family heirloom of a famous lord's wife. So, that's what we need to come here for. Scrutinize. Merchant who found the black market and he has a fondness for certain goods. Others would refuse to sell, even if they are not officially contraband. It was this fondness which moved him to create a place where such items could be traded and appreciated by like-minded individuals. Interesting enough, we can steal from this guy too. He has an augmented bow of the falcons. I don't think that's particularly good at this point in the game, but sure. Merchant who sells his ware at the black market has no confidence whatsoever in his business acumen. It is for that very reason he favors this venue, as the majority of customers are rather less discerning than most. Alright, well I'm gonna keep seeing if I can scrutinize this guy. 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance. There we go. Thieving tips and tricks, so now it's easier to steal. Merchants seeking to sell various wares in the black market, although most have some manner of flaw or imperfection. Even when pressed, he refuses to divulge any information regarding their origin. So basically, stealing is more likely to happen now, although we still have a fat 0% chance of letting that happen. Anyway, back to Riverford, where we can return the necklace. Alright, Reggie, I got you a little thing, a little present. I don't believe my eyes. Where did you get that? Thank you so much, mate. Let's get it to his lordship right away. Reggie, what's the matter? Oh, and you've brought a familiar face with you. Lord Harold, we wanted to give you something. Huh? How did you get this, Reggie? I very clearly recall selling it. Our friend here brought it back for you. I wish you would have told us, sir. Nobody wants to see you selling your precious mementos like that. I understand, but Werner's reign began when my father fell from power. As his son, I have a responsibility to the townspeople to atone for that. Whenever I think of those who lost friends or family, an heirloom makes a mere trinket. That's enough, sir. Reggie? Everyone here knows how hard you worked to put this town back together. There ain't no doubt about it. If atonement what you're aiming for, you've already gone above and beyond it. This necklace, heirloom, or trinket, or what have you, belongs in your hands. I hope it helped you as much as you've helped a lot of us. Now it's time you stop staring at the past and focus on the future. You're right, Reggie. I've been so obsessed with making amends that I lost sight of what was truly important. This necklace will be both a precious reminder of my family and of this day. Thank you, both of you. And so ends the tale of Hello Again, Harold. I forget exactly what we get from that. I literally gloss over whatever the heck we're... I just glossed over it. I think it's some sort of weapon or something. Herald Sword, yeah, there we go. And that increases fire damage dealt. So that actually goes very well on Therian because he is the Wildfire skill. But also Rune Lord, so, you know. These weapons that boost, like, certain elemental attacks, very good. Very, very good, very useful. And that being said, we have more left to do in Clearbrook. Alright, over here in Zeph's house, which is weird because I could have sworn Zeph was standing outside the door basically the entire time of Alphen's story. He's silent. Mercedes. Excuse me, can I help you?
Excuse me, can I ask you something? You see, my brother likes someone. They used to read books together a lot when they were young. But a few years ago, she moved far, far away. And it seems like my brother still can't forget her. Sometimes he even whispers her name.
Mercedes.
See? I don't know if he can concentrate on making medicine like that. He even tried writing her a letter about his feelings. But he hasn't sent it yet. So I was wondering if you could give it to her for him. I don't know where she lives, but... could you do it for him? Please. What? You want to know more about her? Well, I know she likes books.
Alright, so begins the tale of Zeph and Mercedes, so that should give you a pretty easy hint. So you can scrutinize Zeph. A young apothecary of Clearbrook, Zeph lost his parents to the Great Pestilence at an early age, and thereafter had to care for his sister, Nina, by himself. As she is his sole surviving family, he feels this responsibility keenly and has resolved to place her welfare above his own. Oh, cute. Although that granted, sad, but still doting brother, cute, I guess. With the soothing dust, purifying seed, injurious dust, and the letter from Zeph, which is confidential. I also, like, you can buy that using Tressa's, so it's kind of really funny, because, like, Therian I can understand, like, he doesn't want to give it away, because he doesn't want it to, like, go to the wrong person or whatever. But you can buy it off of him with Tressa, which seems more like, you know, kind of like, oh, you want this letter I wrote? Sure, why not? Like, it's weird, given the context of it, but you can buy it off him, but, you know, stealing just makes more sense, I think. Anyway, as you might guess, it's no spoiler, it's Mercedes, given the quest title. I think they could have been a little bit more, I don't know, secretive of who this person is, so you could figure out yourself. But we'll take some sleep wheat and out of wart, and we can give this to Mercedes.
Hello, how can I help you? If you want to borrow a book, you need to fill out the appropriate form. I'm currently reading the sequel of this one.
Here's a letter from Zeph.
What's that you say? Is this letter for me? I wonder who it could be from.
My dear Mercedes, how have you been? It's been 8 years since you left. Whenever I close my eyes, I imagine what your days so far away must be like. Remember when we used to read together in Clearbrook?
Zeph.
We used to exchange our favorite books. The ones you gave me left such an impression on me. Remember the water blooms? I know you loved them so. Being with you always made my heart feel full. So when the time came, I just couldn't say goodbye. I regret it now.
Me too.
Since then, I've become the town apothecary. What are you doing? Where are you? I'm sure you've had some hard times over the past few years. But I hope your days have also been filled with happiness. I miss you and wish you all the best, wherever you are. Oh, and I've got so many good books to tell you about. Zeph.
Thank you. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. To tell you the truth, I miss him a lot too. I tried writing him a letter of my own, but I hid it away in a book and never sent it. What should I do? Oh, it's nothing. Please forget what I said.
You wrote a letter and you never threw it away, Also, how old is Mercedes? I wasn't paying attention. She's 21 too, okay. But anyway, we need to do the same thing. We need to steal the letter from Mercedes, and we need to give it back to Zeph, because of course we do. Oh, hey, Zeph, you're right out here. So, what's troubling you today? If it's medicine you need, then... No? What is it? Of course it's not medicine. We have Alphen. We're fine. A letter? For me? Let's see what it says.
Dear Zeph, I hope this letter finds you in good health. It's been 8 years since that day. It's me, Mercedes. Do you still remember me?
Mercedes?
I'm a librarian at the Royal Academy. I spend every day surrounded by books. It's like a dream come true. I may have moved far away from Clearbrook, but I've always wanted to see your dream come true. I'm sure you're an amazing apothecary by now. Whenever I catch a cold, I always think about going to you for a diagnosis. I can't believe 8 years have passed already. All this time, there's something that I've been meaning to tell you. I miss you, Zeph. There are so many good books I want to tell you about. If I ever go back to Clearbrook, I'd like to read them together. Mercedes.
Mercedes. Maybe it's Mercedes. I know that's another pronunciation. Thank you, Fire Emblem. I've always...
Zeph.
Oh! Okay, so that ends the tale of Zeph and Mercedes too. Where are they? Back to his old self again. Adults are so silly sometimes. If they like someone, why can't they just say so? Well, we saw how that turned out with Nate. Because just straight up. Also, I didn't actually read that. After the Great Pestilence claimed her parents at an early age, this young girl was raised by her elder brother Zeph, whom she loves and adores. She hopes that one day she can repay his kindness, for which she feels terribly indebted. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we'll just steal some stuff from you. Thanks. Also, I do have to say, rip to Alphen. Anyway, where the heck are they? They're over here. They're on a bench. Oh god, they're on a bench. Hee, I got some time off work, so I decided to visit. Whenever we're here together, it's almost like as no time has passed at all. I'm not reading in Mercedes' voice anymore. It's probably enough cringy as all. It's probably cringy enough as is. Anyway, I'm actually very much off on the time. Currently, I'm recording for an hour. I know there's going to be some little bits and pieces I'm cutting off, but still, I'm extremely far off. But anyway, we're just gonna keep going, because why not? Extra long episode. Because there are 3 more quests for us to take care of in the coastlands. The first 2 are going to be in Grandport. Alright, up here we have Cordelia Ravis.
Oh, Noah, I do hope you're alright. She has never left my letters unanswered for so long before. I didn't know what else to do with myself, so I came here. I do hope that nothing is the matter.
And so begins the tale of keeping up with the Wyndhams. First, let's yoink off of Cordelia. After you complete this quest, Cordelia will be relocated to back to the Ravis Manor Gate in Boulder Falls. So, descendant of a renowned Hornburgian knight and protector of the Dragonstones left to her by her father. As she spends most of her time indoors, she doesn't have many friends, though she feels a special connection with her pen pal, a young girl living far away. And oh my god, Cordelia is only age 17. I really thought Cordelia was probably more like 23 or something. I don't know why, that felt like the right age. But anyway, the way to complete this quest is we need to go to the West Grandport, where is it? Let me see. West Grandport Coast, yes, so we need to leave Grandport. Out here in the West Grandport Coast, there is this brigand. Oh, hoping to pass here through here, are you? If that's the case, you'll just have to leave your things as you go. Can't pass through these mountains without giving up your belongings. I'm afraid that's just the way things are. What's that? You're looking for a letter? Sure, we've probably seized more than a few in our time. But I don't see any reason to hand a thing over to you. Not unless you can make me. And that's your hint. Unfortunately, you cannot steal from him. You have to challenge him with Ulrich or provoke him with Prohanit, so, you know. This villain once traveled the realm in search of a suitable prey, stalking his victims until the opportunity was ripe, when he would leap from the shadows and steal all that they held dear. Nowadays, however, he is disinclined to express effort and prefers to lie in wait by the roadside and take what he can get. Alright, so basically we need to challenge him with Ulrich. This guy is kind of strong, but I think we've faced stronger, so we'll probably be fine. We can also just use like a poison or whatever to make sure he just kind of gets sick and dies.
A touch of venom.
I might just end up speeding this up because this is, you know, you've seen my strategy as is. And this might take a little bit. There we go. Easy enough.
The thrill of the fight.
A letter from Noah. So that's all we need to really be worrying about for right now.
Damn it all, you'll rue this day!
And that's all we need to worry about. So now we can head back into... Actually, we can just warp. Ah! Speedrun. Alright, here we go. Cordelia, I got you your letter from Noah because there was a dirty brigand who was stealing stuff. So Noah's letter did not reach me because of those mountain bandits had robbed the mail carrier. Oh, what a weight off my heart. I'm so glad that nothing had happened to Noah herself. Yeah, screw the mail carrier, though.
Cordelia! Noah! Cordelia, what in the world are you doing here? So my letters were stolen by bandits and never reached you. Well, though I'm sorry to have caused you so much distress, I'm so glad you're here. Now you must tell me what happens next in the story of the princess and the noble thief.
No, please, don't mention such an embarrassing thing in front of the others, especially because the thief is right there, you idiot!
What do you have to be so embarrassed about? I think it's a wonderful story. It's so romantic. Cordelia writes the most wonderful stories. She sends them to me in installments.
No, it's Noah's travel narratives that are truly amazing.
Oh no, those are just my imaginings of what it might be like to travel the world someday. I wouldn't want anyone else to read them but you, Cordelia. The thought is mortifying.
Anyone should be delighted to read them. I'm always so moved when I read your tales of thrilling adventure and new discovery during a grand journey around the world. Thank you, Cordelia. You will keep writing me still, won't you? Of course. And so ends the tale of keeping up with the Wyndhams. We can steal from Noah now. She has a ruinous seed. I don't know why she has that. And we can scrutinize Cyrus. She's 8. That's weird to me. That's weird that Noah's older than Cordelia. I feel like Cordelia is older. She just feels so much older. I don't know why. The only daughter of the multimillionaire Aston Wyndham. Though money is no object to her father, she doesn't ask for much and lives a very modest life. She enjoys exchanging letters with the young woman who lives far away. Curious indeed. But anyway, that is the quest there, and Cordelia should get relocated up to the Raves Manor Gate in Boulder Falls. So if you need to steal from her, that's where you can find her. But there is another quest in Grandport, all the way up here. We have Ing the Diarist. I hope you're chronicling your days. A diary is a record of all you hold in your heart, you know. I've been keeping my diaries without fail for 70 years. I've got enough volumes to fill a whole library by now. But I don't have much to write about these days, of course. Is there still anything for an old man to experience so thrilling that it demands to be recorded in a diary? So begins the tale of a diarist's desire, and also up there, I think that's Aston Wyndham talking to the butler there, so... Ing's log 39205. I have nothing left to write, nothing worth writing at any rate, and yet I must press on, else I betray the promise I made her so long ago. So I write for her. Alright, so there are 3 things that we need to do for this quest, but it's all over the place. We need to go to back to Wellspring yet again. Alright, so in the southwest of town there is an item here. Copperfield pouch, cool. I believe it's this guy. The Satisfied Merchant. Greetings, why you're in luck today. This might just be the luckiest day of your life. I've just gotten something really rare today, something you almost never see. This'll be the day you'll want to remember the rest of your life. You'll want to write every detail down and record it for posterity. So yeah, we can scrutinize this guy. Uh-oh. We can only fail one more time. Steal the incredible item first. A cure for Diarist's writer block, and then we can scrutinize him again. If we fail in Wellspring, that's fine. Okay, our reputation has suffered. It's fine. I don't think we ever need to go back to Wellspring. The next thing is in Boulder Fall. And north of the inn is this guy, the Proud Collector. I've dedicated my life to collecting. There's nothing that brings as much pleasure in life, young one, than obtaining a rare treasure that no one else has. Do you want to see my collection? It'll be the experience of a lifetime. You'll want to record it for posterity. Yeah, these guys always say recording things for posterity. Get a befuddling dagger, an herb of valor, and an astonishing object, a cure for a diarist's writer block. And you can scrutinize. Proud, prolific collector who obtains all he desires by any means, and who takes joy in the thrill of the pursuit. If he has an eye on an item in another's possession, without fail, he will formally introduce himself before taking action. Curious. But yeah, that's the next thing we need to do, and the last thing is in Duskbarrow. I believe it's this guy. No, not the obliging merchant. Nope, it's this guy, I think. Smirking townsperson. Yeah, are you the type who can keep a secret? Don't tell anyone else, but I've got something amazing, something you wouldn't even believe. When I got it, I couldn't help but write it all down in my diary. I wouldn't want to ever forget about an instant of that glorious moment. Okay. Inquire. A man blessed with extraordinary luck and an infectious smile. Every little thing seems to go his way, and everyone he meets seems to enjoy his company. He is well aware of his good fortune and takes advantage of it to lead a life like no other. Get a hidden item, and it's all the way back there. I just saw it spawn in. We can steal a marvelous memento, cure for a diarist's writer block. Alright, cool. And we'll also get this hidden item. An ice soulstone. You know what I think would have been cool if they like implemented like this scrutinize thing, and like you had to pick up the hidden item to like get the actual quest item, you know? I think that would have been cool. I mean, I can understand why they didn't do that, because that would make extra work, but I think it would have been cool. Would have been really, really cool. But, you know, whatever. Alright, Ing, I got your stuff.
Good.
I don't care. Let me give you the items.
Oh. What is that you have there? Could I have a closer look? Whoa! I never even dreamed such a thing could exist. I cannot believe this. I feel like I just discovered a whole new world of possibilities. I've got to put this down in my diary at once. The words practically write themselves. I can hardly stop myself. It's been years since I felt so inspired. Ah, what joy. Phew, now that's a proper diary entry.
Did we really just stand here for like a half hour while he wrote all that stuff down?
Thank you for this. Of course you featured in my writing as well. Don't forget to keep up with your own diary, you hear? Life is long and full of many challenges. Your heart and mind will change along the way. If things get tough, try opening up your old diaries and taking a little trip down memory lane. When you are feeling lost, remembering who you were before will help you understand who you need to be now. Until we meet again, then.
Okay, and that ends the story of Direst Desire. We get a luring ribbon. And basically, yeah, that was cool. The luring ribbon, we've actually gotten that before, and that boosts the chances of running into enemies, so I don't know why you would ever want that unless you're really trying to grind. But anyway, we have one more quest that we need to take care of, and it's in Rippletide. Alright, here we go. Princess Mary.
Oh, what a surprise it is to meet you here. Pray do not tell anyone of my identity. It would not do for anyone to know that the crown princess of Atlasdom is abroad like this. The truth is that I came to meet the great scholar, Professor Paul. He was my tutor when I was a young child, and he is on his way back here now. Professor Paul has been traveling around an island nation off the mainland for the sake of his research. It's been a decade since he left those shores, but today at last the ship bearing him is due at this harbor.
Every free hand to the sea! A great ship has been foundered in the harbor. To your boats! We'll need every boat we've got to help the people. They won't make it long among those waves.
Huh? No, it cannot be. Forgive me, but I must go find out more.
Alright, so it begins the tale of Princess Mary Redux. I don't exactly know what the Redux is supposed to, like, mean. Anyway, we can steal and scrutinize her, so, like, why not? A bright young woman known as the Sun of the Flatlands, said to be an even greater beauty than her mother, the Queen. She dedicates her days to her education in hopes of better serving her people in the future. And then we can steal from her an empowering earring. She's got to be a strong, independent woman to, you know, rule the crown, rule the kingdom, so, you know, understandably.
It is just as I feared, and it appeared to have been Professor Paul's ship that went down. Professor Paul, please be alright.
And actually, in order to take this quest, we need to guide someone, and actually, most interestingly, we need to go out into the world, so we finally get some battles. Before that, I'm going to just reorganize the party. Also, this is Victorino from the Buccaneers Bane from Victor's Hollow. Cool. But anyway, we're going to just reorganize our party just a little bit. I think we'll put Hana in the party because she is also, with Cyrus, some of the lowest level party members. I think it'll be fine, especially since we have the AXP boosting items. Also, I don't care to do the travel banter. I don't want to clog up this episode anymore. But yeah, I will see you guys near where we need to be. Alright, so from here in the North Rippletide Coast, all the way down in this corner, right, this is the North Rippletide Coast, we need to go to the Undertow Cove, which it's actually very interesting because this is where the entrance is, and it's very easy to miss. But anyway, it is a dungeon. It's a level 45 dungeon, so actually, in the very first Spelunking Expedition video that I did, this was the one cave that I said that we would be skipping on the inner ring of Orstera to get, because it was like a super high level, so here we are. We have a Justice Breaker. I believe that is a sword. Maybe it's not. Maybe... What is it? Ultimate Breaker? Justice Breaker. It's a dagger. But basically, yeah, yeah, that's what we have. Anyway, we're going to be just exploring this cave a little bit, because there's actually some fun little tidbits in here. Because we have Professor Paul right down here. Hello?
Never thought the ship I was on would go down. And worst of all, I have no idea where I am any longer.
Well, this is actually where Professor Paul comes in. So, former tutor Princess Mary, in recent years he's traveled to lands beyond Orstera that he might study foreign cultures and their governing philosophies. His students praise not only his wisdom, but his warm disposition and open mind. So we need to guide him out of here, but first I will steal from him. Because, you know, who knows? There's always some decent stuff to be had here. We can also just guide him so that way he can get himself out. Church of the Sacred Flame has a long history, at one point even holding political sway. Okay, cool, dude. You don't want to... Do you really want to talk to us about that right here? So that was basically the very inner part of the cove. There are some monsters in here. These guys are weird looking. I don't like this. Why is there a whale with feet? A Cetus Maximus. Yeah, this place is straight up kind of horrifying, not gonna lie. Also, I forgot to equip Haunted for class. Uh-oh. Oh good, it's only Ophelia. Yeah, these guys are actually kind of scary, gosh darn. We're going to wake up Ophelia.
Using this.
And I'm gonna have Cyrus analyze these guys. So we have the lightning thing. Okay, cool.
My turn now.
And then we're just gonna do shooting stars.
Electric stars. Pierce our foes.
So we want to make sure we don't die, because mass slumber waves do kind of spoopy. Also, ouch. Like, gosh darn, dude. I think Haunted has covered, so she should take some hits from them. Oh good, and we also, these guys have lightning. Okay. Duly noted. I'm gonna have Therian defend.
No, you don't.
What next?
We'll have... Can we Haunted capture one of these guys? 14% chance. Darn. That was
I'll do my best.
sad. Alright, heal wounds.
Let your wounds be healed.
Ophelia can heal a ton of HP.
Letting my arrow fly.
I guess we can do Rain of Arrows. I meant to do Arrow Storm. I don't know why I did Rain of Arrows, but okay, sure. Therian can now use Tinitrus, Canaire, and that basically clears out all the enemies, so we're good. Sorcerer class is mad good. Tons of EXP, Ophelia gets a level up, and there is one more thing that I wanted to take care of in here before we left to show off, so I'm gonna just... Haunted, you can be a dancer, sure. You can do that. You can do whatever you want, honey. But anyway, we can... I feel like this one might have two... No, this doesn't have two entrances. We have all the way up here. Grab this chest. Inspiriting Plum. This is just a shortcut to the front. Okay, cool. We can grab some other things. And there are wisps and bones, but we've already seen these, so I'm gonna skip these. Therian and Cyrus got a level up off of that battle. So if we follow the torches, I'm not actually sure if this is where we want to be going. I don't know if this place even has like a boss or something. Maybe, maybe not, but we'll explore it as we can. Okay, so this is very interesting. This is a very complicated and yet small cave.
Standest thou against me?
Oh, we have a new enemy,
Then
new types
be
of razor
hunted.
crabs, it looks like, but
I'll do
who
my
cares? Shooting stars!
best. Electric stars. Pierce our foes.
Haunted got a level up in that. I'm not sure where the stinking... There's the chest. I think the very end of this cave, there is something of interest. Yes. Here is the end of the cave. Alright, so here in the cave, After you complete Alvin's story, we have Vanessa Heisel. What is wrong with you? I didn't do anything to deserve this. So we can steal off of her. She has all of the light and a battle-tested dagger. So, to my knowledge, this technically doesn't count against anything, so if you fail this... Yeah, there's absolutely no penalty, so you can just continue to spam your stuff, and there's no worry. After the incident with Alvin, she decided to leave her criminal life behind, but continues to sell her tonics at a high price. As the daughter of a famous apothecary, her knowledge of the field is vast, and the quality of her medicines are well worth the price. So, she still kind of steals from people, but not really as much, so... we'll just steal from her. Thankfully, the game decided to just be nice to me and give it to me, because it knew I was just going to keep going until I got it, so... because, you know, there's no penalty to failing. Also, I want to know how I can get those chests, but, like... I don't know how, bro. Oh, wait, is this... I can't see. Game. Thanks. So I probably need to go down and around somewhere, but I don't know how. I want that chest specifically. Oh, there's a thing right here. Okay. Well, I think that was basically the last chest in here anyway, so... let's go back to Ripple with Professor Paul in tow. Get it? Because it's under Tow Cove. Tow. Professor Paul! Yes? Who might you... No, Your Highness? Yes, it is me, Mary. I am so relieved to find you alive and well. What a shock, my goodness. I could hardly have recognized you. Even in my dreams I could not have imagined you would grow into such a fine lady. Not the wild little princess that I knew, using broken branches as play swords as she ran unchecked about the royal gardens. Please, sir, let us keep tales of the past in the past, if you please. I have never felt more keenly the 10 years that have passed since I left this continent until this moment. Such a long time it does feel like now. I wonder if you still recall, Professor, a certain event, when I lost you one of your precious books? Of course I remember it. I'd only meant to play a prank. I'd hidden that precious tome of yours in one of the palace's chimneys. And what more misfortune it was that it should have been on the very day that the chimney sweeps came to do their duty. It was spring, and I hadn't thought there was any chance that anyone would set a fire, and still the books ended up so awfully coated with soot that it could never be read again. But when I tried to apologize to you, you told me this. If you regret your actions, then there is no need for me to scold you further. But I hope you will promise me 2 things. The first, that you will never do such a thing again. And the second, that you will truly take this empty tome and fill it with your own words. Write down all that you learned from this day onward, and when you have filled this entire volume, return it to me. I look forward to the day when I will get to read all about that you will learn in life, my princess. I still remember every word of that conversation as though it were only yesterday. Yet it was more than 10 years ago now. How time does fly. I have kept both of my promises, Professor Paul, and this belongs to you. This book? So you truly did complete it? You have learned a great deal in these 10 years. Now I understand very well the grace and wisdom in your eyes. And looking at the worn pages of this volume, I can tell exactly how hard it is that you've been working all this time. Everything that I am today is thanks to the wonderful tutors I've had, like you, Professor Paul. I owe you my eternal gratitude for saving the Professor. I am so glad that I was able to see my promise fulfilled. And so ends the tale of Princess Mary Redux, and I believe they get relocated to the Royal Academy in Atlasdom. So if you missed something them, you can just go there and steal from them. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I definitely overshot my estimate by double because I estimated 45 minutes, and I'm currently recording at an hour and a half. So I don't think I will be able to cut down quite that much. But still, you know, such is life. The next episode hopefully will be a little bit shorter, because it's only 9 quests versus 10. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like, maybe consider subscribing, or leave a comment, whatever feels good for you. And with that, I will see you guys in the next episode, where actually, I know I just said the next one, but I think we're going to be going through some of the caves that we missed on the outer edges of Orstera, that we haven't gone to yet, because I think there's like 1 or 2 that we haven't gone to yet. Maybe, I don't know, I have to look into that. We'll figure it out, and then we'll look into those and deal with those, and then we'll be finishing off the side character side stories, you know. And then after that, we're getting very close to the end game, my friends. It's exciting. Anyway, see you guys then.